every product is system. I pray to God, no, we listen. Won't send my fate with some kisses. Nah, cause we ain't got time to keep off our toes. The type of vigor make you consider throwing the towel. I'm in the mood to make y'all remember going to proud. Sharpen my sword, declaring the war on foes and cows, yeah. So pass me the torch, thrones and crowns. It's the voice of the future tonight. Rooster sounds. The Bronze Age forever. This a God-given level on a high like crescendo. Where my mind stay resemble. Pick your shoes and pick it a slack now. Spend most of my days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They go play action. Here's Hooker. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hooker now off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now Jackson on second down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Justin Matabike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
The only reason we don't hear more about Smith as a blitzer is because he does so much elsewhere in the Bears and now the Ravens defenses. Still had 4.5 sacks last year, along with 169 tackles.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Hooker. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's the 4th-year man, J.K. Dobbins. Ooh, the juke. Still shedding tackles. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Dobbins with a typical strong run, and 3 years in, you still feel like you haven't seen all he can be as a pro. Injuries wiped out 2021 and part of 2022. But when he's out there and healthy, he can be electric.
They go play action with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Hooker. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hooker wants to change the look. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And now an audible here into something else. Throwing. Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams. And it's second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Got a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So a second NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Lions nothing.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Hooker to throw it. Flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Hooker on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. That is caught. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Hooker. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Devin Duvernay on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 9.
Now it's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And in a flash, Aiden Hutchinson gets into the backfield and puts the quarterback on the deck. And he wasted no time embracing his role as the face of his hometown franchise as a rookie. 9.5 sacks, a surprising 3 interceptions, and Rookie of the Year runner-up mention.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Hooker going to change things up a bit. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Now Hooker. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Third and 4. Hooker's going to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Hooker. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defense in front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Hooker eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Third and goal. Here's Hooker. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
He's got daylight. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumps it off to Edwards. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and 4. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively. To force incompletion.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now Jackson.
That is caught with Sean Bateman. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
He just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this grouping.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Jackson now.
He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in 1st downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one, and in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This time, Jackson will throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. It's complete to Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing. Hooker. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll sneak it. Hooker. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Duvernay now going to bring it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Devin Duvernay. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hooker. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Hooker. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Down the right sideline, inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They go play action with Jackson. Touchdown! Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stat.
And oh, it's blocked. The Lions pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. But hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They'll go for it. Hooker.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
28-yard gain. 1st down, Lions.
Hooker wants to change the look. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Hooker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Shoves him aside, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Hooker now off play action. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle.
Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. HRE wanna drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hit my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, dying on set, my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't get money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to net at me. Gotta watch my wrist, says classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then about me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. Athlete, got a little buzz, but these zippers on chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet, independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I never had me, no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up.
I got no one on that. She be looking at me like she feeling me. Girl, the way you be moving, the stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me. Man, that's what I got, you be tripping. I can't even do it, my girl. I'm Tiffany. Damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it, no, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get. Don't send him the car, he finna get blessed on. I get the pay, but I'm talking about Benjamin Franklin, not talking about the one that you sketch on. He play dumb, get his gone. Hit a crib, but he loving on red bone. Nah, I'm hard to reach, I'm bout my cheese, I'm moving around with 2 phones. Move around like an island boy, but it ain't for the head, cause I keep me a vest on. Get down like the Backstreet Boys, cause it make you dance, but you better get your groove on. And I'm not talking about, but it too strong. Talking, then we get it started, pull up in the U-Haul, you get your move on. And they know they ain't seeing us, you pull all of your pen in that double cup. Wanna step at yourself, are you good enough? Wanna step at yourself, are you hood enough? If I hear them kids, know you pulling up. And now you now they don't get enough. I'm with your girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit. I draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, your horsey, I told her they like young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You wanna feed up anything under 18, just like met this from the club. She like 5'3", I think it ain't Lydia. You know we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us, we for sure on the road. Stay to myself, stay off the medium, chillin', ain't gon' play with the trolls. Going 100 in the I-8, I pray to God we don't lose control. No, I'm on a paper chase, my little whip on cruise control.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my ratchets, you have offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given the credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great is ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the eating, and no umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your wings. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames